Good morning dear students, welcome to Narayana Live Classes. Today I am going to explain 4th dated assignment. The topic is fundamental unit of life, that is cell. So the question number 1 asks that do you agree that cell is the building unit of an organism? If yes, then explain. So the answer to question number 1 is yes, cell is the building unit of life. Why? Because cells group together to form the tissues, and tissues form the entire tissues form the organ form the organ system, an organ system all together form an individual. So the cells are the basic structural unit of life and functional unit of life as well, since the cell together build together the structure of the body, and together they help in performing the function of the body. So that is why yes, cell is the building unit of life. Even a unicellular organism is able to perform all the functions of life. So yes, cell is the building unit of life. Okay. Now the question number 2, it asks, why does the skin of your fingers shrink when you wash clothes for a long time? Okay, it happens that when we wash clothes for a long time, the tip of the finger shrinks. So the answer to question number 2 is because of the hypertonic nature of soap solution. Okay, since we know we always wash our clothes in solution of a soap or a detergent powder, so that solution is basically hypertonic, so it takes water out from our cell. You know very well the hypertonic, the hypotonic and the isotonic nature of the cell. So the soap solution acts as a hypertonic solution. That's why water comes out of our cell during washing of the clothes, and at the end the skin of our hands become shrink. Now the question number 3 is, it asks that why endocytosis is found in animals only. Okay, so the process of endocytosis, why is it found in animal cells? The reason is lack of cell wall. Okay, lack of cell wall in animal cells. So animal cell does not have any cell wall. So due to this, the movement of substances inside the cell is easier in animals than in plant cells. Since the animal cell does not have cell wall, that is why the process of endocytosis is found in animals only. Now the question number 4, it asks that a person takes concentrated solution of salt. After some time he starts vomiting. What is the phenomena responsible for such situation? Okay, if a person takes a hypertonic a salt solution concentrated, that means having a very high amount of salt solution. So the phenomena that upon consuming the salt solution, osmosis takes place in the body of that particular person, and which results in dehydration. Okay, so the answer to that question number 4 is due to osmosis, and that osmosis has result due to that high salt solution, high concentrated salt solution. Due to osmosis, dehydration takes place since the salt solution was concentrated, and that is why vomiting took place. Okay, Upon consuming the salt solution, osmosis takes place, which results in the dehydration, and this is the reason why the person starts vomiting. Okay. Now the question number 5, it asks the difference between the nucleus and the nucleoid. Okay. So the main difference between the nucleus and the nucleoid is, we know that nucleus is found in prokaryotic cell, whereas nucleus is found in eukaryotic, whereas nucleoid is found in prokaryotic cell. So the first difference is that, okay, a true nucleus, it is basically a membrane bound organelle. Nucleus is membrane bound, whereas nucleoid is just a particular area in cytoplasm. It's not membrane bound. Okay. Then the nucleus consists of nucleolus and the nucleoplasm, whereas these things are absent here in nucleoid. So it has nucleus and nucleoplasm, nucleolus and nucleoplasm, whereas these things are absent in the nucleoid. The third point is that it has always, nucleus has more than one chromosome. The chromosome number is always more than one in the nucleus. So the chromosome number is more than one. Whereas nucleoid has always one chromosome present. It always has only one chromosome. Now the fourth point of difference is that it is a well organized structure and it is not that organized structure. So it is a well organized structure, whereas nucleoid is not that organized structure. Okay, it is a poorly organized structure. It is poorly organized. And the last point is, it is spherical shaped, whereas the nucleoid is irregular shaped. Okay, the nucleus in most of the cells, it is spherical shaped, whereas the nucleoid is irregular shaped. And we know very well that nucleus is found in the eukaryotic, whereas nucleoid are found in the prokaryotic cell. So this is the difference between the nucleus and the nucleoid. Now the question number 6, it asks the difference between a prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. So the major difference between bacterial cell basically and onion cell. This is question number 6. The bacterial cell and the onion peel cell. So the bacterial cell, we know that it is prokaryotic in nature. The bacterial cell is prokaryotic, whereas the onion peel is eukaryotic. It is a plant cell which is a eukaryotic cell. Secondly, in the bacterial cell, nuclear membrane is absent. Nuclear membrane absent, whereas in onion peel, nuclear membrane is present. Fine. The third point is, here the membrane bound organelles are absent in the bacterial cell, whereas they are present in the onion peel cell, which is the example of a eukaryotic cell. So here the membrane bound organelles are present. Membrane bound means mitochondria. Since this is a plant cell, so chloroplast. So membrane bound organelles present, but these all membrane bound organelles are absent in the bacterial cell. And rest, we know that nucleolus, okay, here the nucleolus are absent in the bacterial cell, whereas the nucleolus and the nucleoplasm both are present in all the eukaryotic cell. So onion peel is the example of that eukaryotic cell. So nucleolus and nucleoplasm are present. Nucleolus and nucleoplasm present, whereas that thing is absent here in animal cell. So I hope students you have understood the basic difference between the prokaryotic and the eukaryotic cells, and rest are the answers. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much.